So why is the channel name now missing off of my GT? Well, because we're changing the name of the channel. When I started this channel originally, some 4 years ago, I really didn't know what to call it. Mgbgtguy was just my YouTube username at the time. And I just brainstorming, couldn't figure out what I wanted to do other than that. And since I was driving a BGT, and at the time was really getting going on my BGT project over there, Project Ginsu, and my buddy that was hanging out all the time that was working on his MGA in the shop also drove a GT, I thought, let's roll with it. Why not? So I have noticed that as I've been sitting at car shows and stuff and talking to people about my channel, that people would stumble over all the letters as I'm trying to tell them Mgbgtguy. Surprisingly, even some people who are actually driving Mgbgts were struggling with, punching it into their phone and trying to find my channel. So I knew it wasn't exactly the best thing we can go with, and I really needed something better than that. But since I was trying to keep the channel not strictly British, I didn't want a strictly British name, but of course, actually Mgbgtguy, ironically enough, actually made it even more narrow than that because everybody thought I was just an MG channel. I kept getting a lot of comments when I work on, say, a Triumph, like, wait a minute, that's not an MG. So I've really been thinking about it for a long time of changing it to something better. But now that we have actually spun off a second channel to where we're going to keep this channel all British. And yes, we're going to keep this channel going. We're not getting rid of it. And we're putting everything non-British on my other channel, Bald Spot Garage. And we're also doing like the projects like this that are, even though it's based off a British car, it's only part British. Got to have, a lot of American mechanicals and everything else in it. The main detailed videos are going to be on that channel with highlights on this channel. And also, once we get back to Ginsu, it'll probably be a similar thing. We'll probably end up doing the more detailed stuff on Bald Spot Garage and highlights here on this channel. And we'll keep this channel with all of what you are used to seeing for the last, say, year or two, which is basically just British car repair and how-to stuff. So we're still working out all the details of the change, and we're working with what you could call a focus group, I guess, of some friends and some other British car people on finalizing the name and logo and all that stuff. So we just want to get ahead of it so that you know a change is coming. And when that change is made, it will come under the new name, but we will go ahead and put on the thumbnail, Mgbgtguy is now, and what our final name is. So look for that coming up here soon. So up to this point, we've never offered any kind of channel merchandise. And I always said I would start offering merchandise when people start asking for it. And we've started getting inquiries about it. But what we want to know is, what kind of merchandise would you actually want? There are so many options, from hats, t-shirts, hoodies, to pint glasses, coffee cups, decals, coasters, and so much more. But what we want to know is, what type of stuff would you actually be interested in? So comment below, let us know. So lastly, a week from the day that this is coming out, on Sunday, May 18th, 2025, is the Columbus British Car Day. It's being held at the Quaker Steak and Lube at Polaris Parkway, which is just a little bit north of 270 off of I-71. So if you do live in the greater Columbus area or within what you consider a reasonable driving distance and you want to attend that show, registration is still open until, I believe, the 14th. Now the show will be held on that Sunday from 9 till 3. So we will include a link to the online registration in the description below. And if you do come out and you see us walking around, don't be afraid to stop and say hi. We'd love to chat with you.